So,
sorry.
as we left off,
Welcome back to Critical Role.
in this dark, shadowed expanse of the early, gentle wanderings of the shadow dream, you see that distant red glow.
Okay, just scheduling the previous part to
and you get closer to it.
And
Closer.
I do not own or want to have associated with Critical Role. YouTube
You
channel
glance to your right and to your
I'm
left,
just fan sharing other fans.
and you
This
see
is part
these
two
gentle,
action to Critical
flanking
Role. Campaign 3.
orbs
Smoke of
just
Bells.
emanating
It's still
warm,
46.
familiar energy.
Enjoy.
Is that me?
That's both of you.
Oh, okay. Shut up,
Patience. With two
It's able to get.
You drift closer and closer. And at first it looks like it's the red moon.
Right.
But as you get nearer and nearer, it looks more like an opening.
Oh, hang on.
Like a circular gateway that leads to red light
Just
beyond.
noticed something. Nope, not showing right now. No.
A little window. And eventually, as you get close enough,
Where's that?
it looks like it's about big enough for you to go through.
Where's that bell?
I look back at my two little buddy orbs.
I think we can talk.
All right, so
Can we talk?
I think so.
Try.
I don't know.
All right. Maybe try talking.
You hear them talking, though it is in this kind of like distant echoing feel to it. And like they're not quite as close as, but it's there.
I'm gonna, if I can move or do things, I'm gonna just sort of push this one forward closer to you, just so you can figure out who's who.
Okay.
Imogen.
Hi.
This is awesome.
You're a cute little orb.
Oh my god. I've always wanted to be an orb.
My phone, what happened? Oh, I just
You
got
your circle.
I got a red circle on my watch.
Whoa.
You just did it.
What's happening?
Fuck off, Predathos.
There's a flare.
I look through the hole, and do I see? What can I see?
Did it to herself.
You glance past the opening, and as you kind of peer through, you feel like an extension of the forest that surrounds the tree, but it's bathed in a deep red light. Like there's just this ever-present underglow of fiery light, but no flames.
And this feels like I'm in the same forest that we've been in, or is this a different place?
It feels similar, but you don't know the landscape enough to say it's directly familiar.
I'm gonna push through. And I'm gonna go through the opening.
Okay.
Okay,
Do you follow suit?
gotta go down.
Yeah.
You push through, and you drift, and you look down, and beneath you is just this endless rolling landscape of mountains, mountains punching up. That's why it's mountain punches merging. Munches. Scene. Mountains punching up through this ever dangerous looking cluster of brambles and threatening looking overgrown landscape. And you just kind of float above it all. That same kind of red glow, just glowing from underneath.
Can I reach out my hand and touch the orb next to me?
You turn around to touch them, and you look back from where that window you came from, and you just see Brutus right there in the sky, like you had just stepped out of it.
What?
But it seems small. It seems about that size.
It's like a portal? Can I look for the the machine? Is the key around here?
Make a perception check if you like.
4. I'm just gonna get rid of some of these dice in here, because you know what? I think they're bouncing on each other, and it's just yeah.
You don't see any key. You don't see anything else beyond just the sprawling, twisted forest region beneath you. And just that odd, glowing, semi-ethereal ruidus before you. But you're certainly within a dream.
Is this? And they're still next to me?
The orbs are, yeah.
This isn't quite what I imagined it would be. Do y'all see the key anywhere? I think we're still in the Fey realm.
I think so too. Can we look? Yeah.
I'm
Can we look?
still not convinced.
Both of you can make
And
perception
that
checks with
the,
disadvantage.
Rudis we see
After all, this isn't your
in
dream.
Oh, son.
in the primitive plane isn't actually
Whoa.
in the.
I
If
rolled
it, I'm
both
not
of
convinced it's actually
13s.
in the primitive plane, but rather maybe in the astral sea, and we're seeing it through a hole through the astral sea.
Okay. No details. It feels kind of blurry,
Which would
like the
explain why
forest
we
floor
could see
is
the
just
Divine Gate.
beyond your clear periphery, and it's just kind of the details wash a bit within the light and the texture. But looking back at Ruidus, it's a weird optical illusion where it looks like a solid object, but then almost at some angles it looks like a hollow opening, like it's an inverse gateway as opposed to a spherical object.
Can I go back to the opening?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna think as I get close to it. I'm gonna think of my mother,
Okay.
of Liliana.
You step towards it, and once it looks like a spherical object you can touch, and once you think of your mother and put your hands to it, your hands go through like an optical illusion, and then your perspective shifts, like the statues in the Haunted Mansion that are actually, like the inverse faces, where you're like, oh, this is an opening, and you pull through again, and now instead of a black expanse where you started, you are now within a rapidly dust-filled, red, familiar environment. Do you
Rudis.
both follow?
Yeah, of course.
What's there sense of that brings up massive thing?
Mother?
As you focus on her, I want you to make a d20 roll, adding your spell modifier.
Is there a way I can get close enough to guide her? To give her a boost?
Yeah, you're present.
2
All
hours.
Okay. Guidance.
Oh boy. Jesus.
That's gigantic.
23.
23. You concentrate. You remember best you can those old memories of her before she left that you hadn't thought of in so long, that you saw in your dreams recently. You remember the sound of her voice when you contacted her. And as you concentrate, you feel a direction of the storm pull towards you. Like those nights that you look up to the red moon and you feel this tug, this instinctual yearning. Do you follow?
Yeah.
And you follow?
Yeah, of course.
I think back at Laudna. I wish I could hold your hand right now. I'm glad you're here, though.
We'll be right near you.
You push through this ever-growing dust storm, the wind getting louder and louder, until eventually you come to the precipice of a pit. A wide, deep pit. There's sections of scaffolding. There's elements of platforms and cranes and structures built on the outskirts of this deep pit. What do you do?
I head down into it.
Okay. You drift in over the edge, and you feel the gravity of the pit. Though you've been floating weightlessly, there's a draw downward, like some sort of an energetic flow, like the course of a river, but without water around you. You feel yourself kind of being picked up by some sort of a driving energy, and it carries you down into it at a speed that makes you briefly uncomfortable. The two of you kind of get swept up with it as well, carrying you forward. You pass, as you go down into the pit, other platforms and rope and chain-based elevators and this kind of a long, spiraling lattice work of structures and ladders and you see shadows, shades, quickly. Like the imprint of people burned into space, but they're not material. Shades across these platforms. You plunge deeper and deeper, and that's where you see structures, old structures.
We're in the city. This is the city.
It's not large enough to be a city. As you get down there, it's a ruin. It's a ruin of something. You see towers that are being excavated. You see clusters of these shades around, mucking in the space around it. You see signs of massive constructions moving through and carrying things and pulling them up and out.
Imogen, this might be pulling you towards where your mother is. Both of yous.
Maybe.
In the center of these ruins, you can see these kind of curved, pointed structures that all eventually seem to be intentionally built towards a point, a central location. There are buildings and domes and broken arches and stone decorations and things that look like what was once a robust, small townscape of detailed and beautiful construction that fell and was buried to time here lays partially bare as the earth and dust around it has been pulled away. In the middle of it, you see one mighty tower that drives upward like a massive three-pronged fork that kind of curls into itself at its apex. Here, along the base of it, you see the glimmer of a familiar structure. A telescope-looking device.
Knew it. They have something up there.
Many more shades around. Dozens and dozens of them wandering in and out of these ruins.
Shades? Oh, wait, is this the...
It all.
No. Some are brighter than others. Most are just dark, but some of them have a faint red glow to them.
Those are the exalted.
Maybe.
One of them, you see very clearly. A woman with kind of deep lavender hair, braided in the back, long coat. She just walks through, inspecting things.
She's awake. Can I go up next to her?
You can, yeah. It's odd, she looks older.
Can I reach out and touch her head?
Yeah. The minute you do, she stops. You shouldn't be here.
I can help you.
You have to go. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no! Oh no! 5!
5. She raises her hand like this and looks towards you, and suddenly you feel like everything around you stretches and pulls away, like you're being dragged down an extended tunnel. Miles and miles away, your mother's face becomes this pinpoint at the end of a long hallway, and you're gone. The two of you, I need you both to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Rolo.
Rolo. Ooh. 19.
Natural 1.
You feel that pull as she begins to get yanked through this space. And knowing the matter of this spell and the connecting tissue that you are to it, you reach out and grab and feel yourself too being pulled back through
Connected to her?
Yeah.
Okay. But we lost Laudna.
They're both gone.
Do I still see the lavender-haired woman?
You see a faint lavender coloration to one of these shades. You saw the one that Imogen was going towards and interacting with before you watched both her and F.C.G's energy just flicker out.
What do I do? I'm gonna attempt to
Seduce.
telepathically talk with Imogen.
Imogen. Okay.
I'm still holding your hand in the Fae. Never stopped. Can you hear me?
You are unmoored somewhere in a dream-like space.
Fuck.
What do you do?
Fuck, what do I do? Can I just try and wake up?
You can certainly try. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
That was not what we wanted to do.
Aww. Cute.
20 total.
20 total. And trying to recall the physicality of your body, the sensation of being a whole being beyond just your consciousness and your flesh, but as one, you feel the cold power that's within your body, the power that was granted to you and the power that's inherently yours. You grasp that cold and you shake yourself back to consciousness. As you do, you feel yourself torn from this space, and it is harrowing, but you do wake up and come to consciousness.
They're still asleep.
As both of you are pulled out of the dream by your mother, you both come to consciousness as well. So you all kind of wake up relatively the same time. For the purposes of this, when you do sleep for the evening, you achieve a long rest, but you wake up with a point of exhaustion.
Just her?
Just her.
All right.
Shit.
Why can't you dream better?
I'm sorry.
I didn't want to get lost in another
I've been there.
dreamlike space.
It's scary
It's
in
been a
there
lot
when you
of
get
that.
lost there. But we saw some crazy stuff. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine.
I mean,
Is that your mother?
she looked really nice.
Yeah.
A really sweet woman, handsome woman.
Yeah. That was the
It's got to be the key.
I can go to someone when they're not asleep.
And talk to them.
I can only imagine what that's like when they're asleep.
Yeah.
If you're that powerful when they're awake,
That means that they're able to spy on us. They're able to see what we're doing.
Yeah, but she was aware you were there, and
It wasn't until I got up close to her.
But there wasn't a lot of detail. It's not like we were overhearing conversations or anything. We just
That's
sort of
true.
sensed their presence. But it is useful. I mean, you can reach out to somebody, anyone.
and we know where that key is.
Yeah.
Well, we saw it.
In a pit.
Yeah.
That matches the description that we heard of the excavation site.
I wonder if the key here is similar.
Is this the next morning?
This is the middle of the evening.
Middle
for
of
them
the
who
night.
just woke up. The rest of you are probably resting still.
All right.
I get up and I do my usual routine, get a glass of cool water, bring it over to Imogen.
You need to have some of that too. You were.
It's very exhilarating, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's so different when y'all are there.
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, it's not, terrifying.
And that's not what your other dreams have looked like.
No. No.
Do you
They may
think
be
that's
different now.
Do you think that has anything to do with the Fey realm, or just because you're more powerful?
I don't know.
Wonder if you could go visit lewdness like that. Or go visit, I don't know, Thule.
Probably.
Mess with them. Or convince them. Or
Do
distract them.
something. Hurt them?
Maybe.
I wonder if you
Oh.
could hurt them.
Maybe, but I doubt it. Olhan, no way.
Influence them. Plant
He's
an
much
idea in
more
their head that
experienced,
they get.
far more-
They wake up the
much
next
more
morning and they're like,
experienced
oh, I
than
think
you
I
are.
want to turn over a new
Oh, I
leaf.
think I want some bagels.
Yeah, maybe I'll be an accountant.
Yeah, or that.
We should sleep.
Yes, we should.
All right. How many people can you pull into the dream like that?
At least you two, maybe one more. But I don't
You
know.
and two other people?
Yes. I don't know if you would want Chetney in your dreams. Ever.
Why would I want Jenny in
I'm
my
just saying,
dream?
I'm just going down the list. Ashton could be good but unpredictable. Orm would be nice to bring along, just because he can see a lot.
Yeah.
Through the wall, you hear.
Listen to your heart.
Orm would be really smart.
Orm would just be fun. You'd have a fun dream. Probably like bounce on clouds like it's a trampoline or something.
That'd be great. Just ignore Ruid is there and just
Uh-huh.
like go bounce on some clouds.
Why not? You should use these dreams for something other than just being terrified. Take control of them.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to sleep.
All right.
Okay. You all eventually return to a less focused, much needed evening's rest
God.
given
Oh
the
my
day's
God,
previous
that is a
events. But
beautiful
you all get a
thing.
long rest.
I'm gonna wake up a little early.
Look at all those empty boxes.
Oh, that's better.
You wake up within the empty, somewhat chilly Vardo, here at the top of the tree, with the Ligament Manor.
I'm gonna wake up slightly earlier than everybody else because I think I
Oh,
only
we
need
looked
6
at that.
hours of
That's
rest
been a while.
versus their 8. Is that right?
Huh?
Possibly, yeah, for your. Do you Your rest mode.
Yeah. And I will. I'm gonna do some baking.
Okay.
Aw. Do you have ingredients stored inside of you as
I
well?
raided a kitchen when we were,
You did.
Oh, that's right.
and I got a recipe, and I got an oven, so I'm gonna be cooking.
Okay. The rest of you wake up to the wonderful scent of something cooking. Fresh and localized. What do they smell?
They smell my best attempt at an Estros. An Estros. What the recipe was cookies,
Ginger
right?
maple cookies.
Yeah, I'm gonna make them biscuits though.
Ginger biscuit.
Like little scones?
Yeah, I'm gonna have them in a little pink box. Little biscuits.
Oh my god.
Biscuits for people.
Oh, just like the pink box on Ted Lasso.
Uh-huh.
He's brought it full circle.
Did you really bring anything in there?
Ted Grasso.
I put some cookies in here, but that was when we played last game, so they might be a little stale. They've been sitting in there for quite some time.
Yeah, I want to try it.
You have a boxing mechanism as well?
Yeah, we're just gonna say that. Yeah, I also installed a boxing.
Are those the cookies that I made, or the cookies that got bought?
These aren't yours. Is it real gold? Is that what we're checking for? Delightful.
So I'll give one to Chetney, one to you, because you need. Oh boy, you look like shit.
You just look a little tired.
I have dark
Are these
circles
Healy
under my
cookies?
everything.
And I'll give one to you too, Imogen. Yeah,
These are like good berries?
With
These
these
are Healy's?
cookies, you get four. You get 4 temporary hit points.
Aww.
Wait, is that right? You can prepare enough of this food. Eats the food and spends 1 or more hit dice. Jesus, I can't read all this shit.
Did you give the exhausted dead lady a temporary
Yeah.
hit point cookie?
I think so. I'll read it later. But you get a boon.
Okay.
Alrighty.
A boon cookie is what I'm going to put it. Or a boon biscuit.
Boom biscuit.
biscuit.
There it is.
There you go.
Boom biscuit. I like it. Alrighty. What are you up to now, Bell's Hells?
We gotta go find that key.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Go
We
to
gotta
the
do
moon.
this shit.
Good morning.
Oh,
Hi, Fern.
How did everybody sleep?
Naked. Surprisingly good. Well, not now.
Put some clothes on, Chet.
This is the Fey realm, though. There are no rules here. I don't want to offend the tree.
Yeah.
With your wood.
Well, one's bigger than the other.
Little morning wood.
I can't really see anything through the shock of white hair. It's really.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Had a lot of jobs in my time.
Just a shock of white hair and then a couple really low-hanging balls.
Like a little storm cloud.
Yeah.
Just,
Little mushroom forest.
Speaking of biscuits.
Yeah, but you can always hear me running. Listen, I wanted to ask Maury if there were like any natural, enemies or things that we should look out for since you've been gone. Just in case there was anything that might try and, attack us on the way over to the key.
She could probably find a path for us that might be a little faster than that.
I seem to recall Nana was going to go do some research and stuff for us last night.
That's right, and she
That
might have some stuff that could help us.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Maybe
can
some
go ask
drinking the
her.
road.
Let's do it.
That stuff was great.
Dark vision from the road.
You get 3 temporary hit points
Oh?
after you eat them.
And how long does that last?
I don't know. I don't know how temporary.
Temporary hit points last until your next long rest, essentially.
Okay.
And
I
they
recall.
don't stack.
They do not stack.
Yeah,
no.
so if you get other temporary hit points, they replace the ones you currently have.
Got it.
You can't add them.
Orm has been doing a plank 1 inch off the floor for the last 2 minutes. Says, Imogen, did it work? Did you 3 sync up?
We did. And I went and saw my mother working on the key, and she saw me, and she bamfed me back to my body, and Laudna got stuck for a second.
Good dream.
Whoa.
All in the
key,
same
so
dream?
one of the
Yeah.
keys? The one here?
Oh, I think it was the one.
In the desert.
Yeah.
But we
The
know
one
what they
north.
look like and maybe how to mess them up, sabotage them.
Yeah.
It also seemed like your mom was like, had some like boss energy. Like she was walking around being like,
Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Yes.
She looked brighter than everyone else. But that might have just been because that's what I was aiming for.
You dreamed your way back to Marquette?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's pretty far.
That's
Well-
awesome. So you know, like, if we see the area in a clearing, you'll be able to pick it out, right?
Yeah, we'll look for a big pit.
But like
A what?
Big giant pit.
pit.
A pit? Like it's in the ground?
Yeah.
So the telescope that's a key to the moon in the sky is at the bottom of a pit?
Mm-hmm. In some ruins.
That you saw in a dream where your consciousness went to another dimension.
That.
Yeah, okay. I'm in. I'm on.
That makes sense.
We've also seen it, and we have a good description of it, so maybe like Plane Ride or Rin could
Could
like
just bamf
get us
straight
right
to it.
there.
Yeah.
Anyway, did Maury find out anything for us? Do we know a
I can
location?
go ask her. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You gather your things and head out of the Vordo into a pretty much pitch similar day here in the garden at the top of the forest. Being unfamiliar with the landscape, there isn't much of a day-night cycle here, just a transition and shifting of colors across the sky and atmosphere above. You trek down the tree, passing the delightful sun bear sweet pea kind of waves as you all head downstairs. You leaving already?
Yes.
Well, you're gonna come back, right?
Of course. Always.
Okay,
All right.
come in.
Okay.
Here's your big hug.
There's a big, big, big hug.
I love the Bear Jam movie.
Travel safe.
Okay.
How did a bear get here and how can he talk?
I don't know.
Do you think he used to be a person too, just like the plants?
I think he's still a person. I think that's a little rude.
I mean,
But-
that is a good
only
point.
I'm
we
just,
could
I'm just
hear what
fucking
was
with you.
going
though.
on
No, that
inside
is
his
weird.
head.
No, I'm literally just fucking with you.
What?
If only we could hear what was going on inside his head.
If we had some way of peering into the unknown.
yeah.
Sure.
Who
Yeah.
knows?
Give him another hug, Fern.
Okay.
He's like, okay, I'll take another.
Maybe they can always talk. We just-
For the face!
I don't need to read his mind
What?
to know he's thinking he'll kill us all if we hurt her.
Travel safe.
Okay. Bye, sweet pea.
She's like, Fern made me like this. Free me.
That's how I say.
Oh, you want that? Or as the kids say, that.
Boy, Travis, the last couple of days
Why do you keep
has been.
Is that right?
trying
Is
to
that
like
right?
no?
Yeah, you have been just spouting some awesome, some slang, some hip
Some
slang.
hip-
MySpace,
hip
actually.
slang.
Yeah,
I've been
you
out
are,
of date.
On.
you are on fleek, no cap.
Whoa, that don't feel good.
I don't even know what no cap means.
We've been on the air for too long.
We're in the bomb bunker
Going back to
down
my
here.
space.
Is the sun still there?
My space and my journal. That's where you'll find myself.
Maury?
As you descend the
thank
tree to prepare yourselves for the next leg of your journey, you know, it was a unique experience coming up the tree and eventually flowering out into the garden amongst the flowers, now traveling back into it, into the subterranean darkness of this kind of, or feel the sense of subterranean darkness within the canopies of this cloak of vines and branches around it. It almost feels like you're walking down this welcoming, warm, natural basement expanse. It doesn't feel like a tree. It feels like you're going deeper into the ground. If not for the large trunk that swirled as you continued to climb further and further. Passing the various branches, passing the collection, passing your tree, you eventually come back to the main entryway where the tiki bar and the art decor and a number of kind of sitting spaces sits here before the rest of the branch tangles upward. And here you see Maury is having her morning cocktail, and is currently wrapping a few things up with like rope and twine, and looks to the rest of you as you approach down the smaller top head, I should say, kind of curling outward and arching to all of you. And good morning, everyone. I hope you slept well.
Like a baby.
So good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Such a charming home,
I try.
especially the garden.
I have some gifts for you and your coming journeys. Found a few tidbits in my collection. And she reaches down and grabs these bundles. There's 3 of them, kind of wrapped in a nondescript kind of peach ruddy leather, wrapped in ribbons, and kind of hands them over to you, Fern.
Oh,
Like,
thank you.
heavy. These are Harokal veils. These were made long ago for a particular friend, for a particular job. They ended up not needing them as they were a fool and got themselves killed. But they'll be useful for you. They'll help you be unseen in certain shaded spaces of the Fey realm. When not moving, you place them over yourself and hold very still. And it's likely you won't be seen.
It's wonderful.
But should they shift, its magic begins to stretch. So, just be mindful. Oh, and for you, Fern, I think you're quite old enough. And she turns around and pulls up this this incredibly well-made breastplate that looks almost like a bodice with like dark carvings in it, and these like leather pauldrons of like these like little leather frills that kind of lap over each other on the shoulders.
Yes, Gaga.
It looks very functional, but also very, very pretty. This is a gloom scale breastplate that I've just had in my collection from a long time ago. It belonged to a princess once. She fell in battle, and, well, she wasn't going to be using it anymore.
For sure, no. We can't just leave it there.
No. So I figure it'll do you quite the goodness. And she hands it over to you.
Oh, it's just beautiful.
I'll do some spins.
Anybody else care for a goodbye cocktail?
Yes, please. I will definitely have a cocktail. That was
Yes, for
amazing.
sure.
I will have another.
For sure.
She completes another round for everybody. You gather your things, and she begins to turn to you, Fern. So I take it you're off again, then?
I think so.
Very well.
But we'll definitely come see you again, right?
Yeah. We'll come back. And is there anything we should know about where we're going?
Well, you should know that past the Sable Cast grounds, likely, if we're oriented towards the red moon in the sky that you chase, left of your destination, there should be a gateway where the brambles are thickest, like an egg that grows around, or a scar tissue that covers a wound. So follow where the brambles knot. And there should be a gate to your world there. That's the closest way home. Also, beware the festive tree blights. They have a rusted sense of humor. If the ground grows wanting, be sure to pay it the iron tithe. And follow the moon you seek. The machine, the grounds that keep it, likely reside under its unnatural visage.
The iron tithe. Do you mean blood or coin?
Or weapons. These iron tithe.
Or me.
Rusty sense of humor? Is that what you said?
There was a reason we kept you around.
Rusty.
It's even lighter than iron.
Rust.
A rusty sense of humor.
Beware the what trees?
The tree blights.
You'll figure it out.
Beware the tree blights have a rusty sense of humor.
She
Pay the
begins.
iron tithe.
If the ground grows wanting,
If the ground
pay the iron tithe.
Fudge.
tree blight.
Yes.
Aren't you gonna ask about your parents?
Oh, I forgot. I feel like there's so much I forgot to tell you.
What did you not tell me, dear?
Well, I saw my parents.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Which is weird because I don't feel like I know them at all. Are they my parents?
They are your parents, dear.
Okay.
It is just... They've been busy for a very long time for us.
Yeah. Am I forgetting something? What?
What?
Rosa
fever is what it sounded like
yes.
you said.
Yes.
Rosa fever? Who's that?
What was... I don't understand what favor I was or what gift. Mom told you to watch me, or why?
The Unseelie are cruel, unrelenting, and have memories as long as time. They knew that they would go after the thing they prized most. So they left it in my safekeeping. They know better than to come to my manor. And a few have tried, and now they adorn my garden.
Oh, wow, I always thought so. I feel confused a little bit. Why did I have to be hidden?
When they took the crown, they knew they would be chased wherever they walked. And for a time they stayed here with you as well. But they had answers they sought out elsewhere. They sought out Ira eventually. And so they left you in my safekeeping, knowing that if, at the very least, they failed or were found, you'd be safe here. So I kept you. I can still keep you if you'd like.
I do like it here.
You don't have to go.
I don't.
No. Your friends are extremely capable.
But it's kind of fun. I feel like there's so much to explore. I've only been under this dome. I've gotten into some shit. I think I'm gonna go with them. But I'll come back because this is where I'd like to retire.
Well, apparently now you know how to find your way back to me. You know you're always welcome. Whenever you're ready. Your room will always be here.
I just love you a lot. Thank you for protecting me and taking care of me all those hundreds of years, however much it was.
She like
Yeah,
pulls
get
you
in
in.
I give both faces a kiss. Okay. Make sure. Hopefully you're still feeding Bumpers, and tell Dr. Nesbitt hello, and give Kathy a big hug for me, okay?
I shall.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye from afar. And I can watch the threats.
If you ever need anything, you can talk to her. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. If you see Ira again, tell him he's an ass.
Oh, I will. I'll beat his ass.
The rest of you. Is there anything else you need?
No. I mean, I think we have enough skin, and we got plenty of
Veils, we're solid. We're
Veils?
solid.
Very generous.
If we do
Couple riddles.
are able to find the gateway back, will your guidance be granted to us when we leave?
Right. Just 1 second. And she darts off across the room and begins digging through a cabinet, eventually pulling out this, like, dark glass jar. It looks like there's some sort of a paste, like a dark green, yellow paste that she walks over. Before you pass through the gate, just smear a bit on your forehead and cheeks.
jizz.
Cheeks.
Wow.
Like
I hear what I want to
I
hear.
think in addition to
Where are your minds
gotta
tonight?
get you laid.
Do not hit on my
Whispering,
grandmother.
I can't hear shit. I'm just talking a full voice.
I just start caressing F.C.G's body since he's so horny.
Nanamori, we haven't really had the best experience with the Unseelie. What little we've had, do you have any advice as we run off to...
It depends on what you run into. There are wild nomads within the perimeters of the court that just hunt and tangle and deal. There are the soldiers of the court, regimented, cruel, dangerous. There are the politicians and generals of the court. They are ominous. They are continuous. They are eternal. So, just be mindful. If they seem like they might be worth addressing, then address them with respect. If they seem like they could use a gentle word, lift them a moment. Just like many other Fae, they are driven by whim, though the darker wiles of the heart. Sometimes it's safer to dance than it is to fight. Sometimes it's easier to talk and flee than it is to bite and chew. I hope that clears it up.
Sounds like we should expect the unexpected.
Go with the flow. When in
We should get moving.
To the moon!
All right.
Yep.
Thank you, Nana.
Thank you.
We'll be watching.
Right.
And if anything goes wrong and you have nowhere to go, you can always come back. You'll be safe here. All of you. You could stay with Fern as long as you like.
But not in the garden.
You can stay in the garden if you like.
Well, never mind.
That was rhetorical. Thank you.
Yep.
Your hospitality is legendary, as is Dadass. Thank you.
We go.
We go.
We go.
All right.
Yeah.
You exit back out the front of the tree where you had arrived. The vines pull back. You step out once more into the fens. Knowing the direction that you saw from the garden of where the glowing orb of Ruidus seemed to have apparated, you choose a direction and continue to push that way, now deep into the swamps of the fens once more. Who's leading this charge?
You're
I will.
Yeah.
the
I
expert here.
definitely
And
know
I'll-
where to go.
I'm gonna go with her and try to sense where the moon is, since I'm assuming we can't see it from under the canopy, right?
It's going to be hard to try to. It's too thick from here.
Yeah. Can I sense the moon? Can I feel the pull?
I'll say you can make either a survival check to with advantage to lead this through, and then you could make a singular roll and then add your charisma modifier.
Okay. Advantage. 27.
Cocked this. Sorry, it's this dice. Yes. Okay. 25.
25, 27, those are both incredible rolls. Okay. Growing up in this space, you know this central region, especially around the manor itself, quite well. And you know some of the dangers and interesting challenges that can be existing out there beyond just the twisting swamp itself. You, very much kind of after the dream that you had and kind of traversing through this odd Ruidian gateway in this liminal space, you feel very faintly within you that little nugget of a pull, that same tug, and you just let that guide you, like a chain on your sternum, just gently pulling you ever so carefully. The two of you begin to guide the group through the dangers of the fen.
I catch up behind the witches. Just stick close. And eat my boon biscuit. Was it 3?
Yeah, that's true.
How do they taste?
I am gonna eat a boon biscuit as well.
How do they taste? I haven't, and I can't taste them. So, any suggestions for next time?
For a first batch, not bad.
Yeah.
Notable.
More sugar, more maple syrup, more.
Maybe a little more cinnamon and a little less ginger.
Okay. There was no ginger in it, so that's an interesting. Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's the
Maybe that's why.
turmeric.
Maybe that's
Maybe
the
I should
turmeric.
have
Maybe that's
used
what I'm
ginger
tasting.
instead.
Ginger is he wrote it in the recipe.
I know.
ginger.
I don't know what ginger is though, so I was just kind of grasping at stuff. But I'll try again.
I wonder what it is. What did you put in it instead of?
It was like little beads or seeds.
Oh,
Oh, is that
whatever those little beads or seeds was. Maybe don't put those
Okay.
in.
All right.
We're
Yeah.
talking
But I mean,
baking.
it's
Orm
really
is
good.
looking, listening, so that none of the sights or sounds of the
It was
Fae
garlic. Yeah.
can get the jump on them.
Yeah, that-
hopefully.
Perception check, please.
Yeah.
a natural 20 plus
I don't know what
9, so 29 to match my
Okay.
passive perception.
Tree.
So,
Feeling better.
as you follow behind these two that are leading the joint hike through this landscape, you hear
I don't hear.
you know,
I'm fine.
and this tiny little voice goes, "Fun, fun."
Is it coming from the direction of where we came?
It is, and you hear this. All of you begin to hear the sound of wings flapping before landing on a nearby branch.
No, okay,
No.
Every time I actually at night, I feel like I'm going to wake up the whole house.
Oh, Fern, it's been so long.
It's been so long.
It's so wondrous to see you. My goodness, look at you all so grown. The rest of you see a weirdly proportioned owl-like bird, about that big, with gray dappled white feathers, two small jet black beady eyes, and a thin, wide beak that stretches from end to end of their face. Like a potu bird-like creature that is just kind of on the edge of the branch looking at her and like putting its wing out and holding onto her cheeks. It's so wondrous. I heard you were passing by and I missed the opportunity to speak with you, and I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much for just coming to say hello. We're on a very important mission.
Where are you going?
We are going to the Unseelie Court.
Why?
Because we're gonna take
Mischief.
something apart.
That sounds dangerous.
It is very, very
You're probably
dangerous.
going to die.
And that we might.
It's exciting.
It's so exciting, and then see what comes next.
Right?
Yeah.
Can I help?
Oh, wait, what? Absolutely, you can help.
How?
Do you know the way to the Unseelie Court? Do you
No.
know where the... No? All right.
Okay. Well, we could use your eyes, maybe, if you flew over to find things.
Sure. I can try it.
Okay.
Is there something that you have like a strong skill set that you can offer that instead of us guessing?
No, companionship conversation. I can tear apart a mean taffy mouse.
Yeah.
Sure.
Maybe the Unseelie Court is just a bunch of mice, in which case,
Who are they?
I don't know.
Oh,
I've never seen them.
tasty.
Well,
At this point, Mr. crawls across your shoulder and goes,
it's all right.
Mr. Nesbitt's like, what is this foul creature on your shoulder?
This is my son.
What?
Shit. There we go again.
It's okay. It's okay. No. Touch.
He's got a gun. He's got a gun. 2 gold. Who wants
match
it?
that.
You
I'll
got
match
that
that.
action? Who else? 2 gold. I'll give 1.
Oh, well.
I mean, I don't know. The owl's on his home turf, so I'll take that bet.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was, the seat is already occupied.
Oh.
There's 2 seats. So you come here, and I'll put Mr. here, and maybe you can help us. If not, fly home.
Goes to land on your shoulder, and Mr. goes, and like goes to deck Mr. Nesbitt, who just
Relax.
takes off and lands back on the branch and goes, well, guess we got off on the wrong foot.
Okay, well, just fly behind us. I did not replace you. So don't even think about it.
That's not what I heard.
No. There's room for many to love. I can love a lot. All right.
I'll help you out,
Okay.
because it's fun.
Okay.
All right.
Does Mr. Nesbitt, Dr. Nesbitt, do they talk a lot?
Yeah.
So if we're trying to be sneaky, is Dr. Nesbitt...
Are we trying to speak sneaky? I wasn't aware that we were trying to be sneaky.
When we
Only
get
when
there.
we get there.
Oh, well,
Only
that's
when we
fair.
get there.
All right.
I could probably tell him to be quiet.
What is your specialty, doctor?
Yeah.
Conversation. Companionship.
Oh, doctor of
Yeah,
conversation.
Doctor of conversation.
Yes, yes.
The best companion.
Where do you get it? Where do you get educated in such a
Let's keep
particular
moving
field?
as we talk.
Yes,
No, we are.
please.
I read a
Oh,
lot
we are
of
walking
books on
into
it while skating around with Nana.
Homeschooled. Okay.
Yeah. Homeschooled.
Ooh, worm! Ha!
That's my hair.
Oh, I'm sorry. Misunderstood.
Get off! Get off!
It's a nice bird, F.C.G.
Dr. Nesbitt, do you know anything about undead giant bird? What kind of a creature is that thing?
A bird.
Have you ever heard of an undead bird that keeps coming back to life and's lived for a really long time?
I have officially lost this conversation.
Oh, that's right. You were,
Oh, you
Oh, you
were
weren't
there.
around.
Look at that.
you missed out on
Look at that
shithead.
right before
Where before what?
shit hit the head.
What shit? What head?
His head.
When?
Oh, that's when you took
From
off.
the bird.
What bird?
Dr. N?
No, I'm uncertain. There are a number of dead-like birds in through history.
You know,
I've
I'm
read a lot of books in Nana's library about all sorts of strange things. Don't know if I know of an undead bird.
I haven't.
Read about this Sealy court?
I'm sure I read about it, but wasn't very interesting of a read. I kind of forgot it.
That's fair.
So maybe he's controlled by something.
Could be.
Actually, and we're trying to avoid a little bit of. We're trying to make this this walk as easy as possible. So if you know anything we should be avoiding while we're going in this direction, I don't know how.
I don't go this far. This is all new for me,
You,
is it?
you would say that.
Which is exciting.
What's your favorite book you've ever read, Dr. Nesbitt?
I
We're
tend to
still
forget
walking,
them.
by the way.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Yes,
Yes.
please, just walk.
You just stopped here for 3 hours.
Yeah, 50 feet from the shrine.
Oh boy.
Continues to talk as you go on. Like, I read a lot of books. I don't remember them. I tend to put them back. It's more of a way to pass the time. I recall some things, I imagine. Maybe I don't. Maybe I do. I don't know.
Out of curiosity, if you just kept telling yourself that you do read all the time, you wouldn't actually have to do it, would you?
That's true, but reading books makes you smarter, you see. You tell people how many books you've read, and it makes you a smart person.
Do you remember how many books you've read?
No, but I know it's many.
Well, I thought.
Got it.
One,
A three.
Fun.
Comes back around.
Oh, that's
That's two.
All right.
Continue.
How close are we?
Yeah, I never
Going
stopped
on?
listening for impending death.
I'm fascinated.
The fens grow thicker and swampier this direction. What was just the spongy ground with elements of soft moisture becomes difficult to trudge muddy pits with elevated little islands of drier ground. The trees here do have beautiful variations of blue and purple and bright green and yellow leaves, kind of shimmering. You do see other plants that kind of give off pulsing glows. Every now and then you swear you see one of them kind of like shift a few feet before stopping. Nesbitt continues like whistling to himself like, ew, what's this? It's another tree. I haven't seen this tree before. This is a new tree. That tree's new too.
He's in trouble.
I don't
He's
know about
endangered on my
He's
list.
in danger.
So many
Okay.
new things.
Dr. Nesbitt,
Yeah?
here's the deal.
What is the deal?
I think I would like to keep you alive, so I think you should fly home.
But what about adventure?
Well, I feel like we're going into the danger zone.
On the highway, you could say.
Yeah,
Right. Make a persuasion check.
okay.
Persuasion check.
Yeah, 28.
28.
Monster.
Oh, that's a valid point. Well, I'll wait for you at home. Good luck. Don't die.
Bye, Doctor.
Did you go in the right direction?
Mostly.
Okay.
We'll find its
He
way,
was
probably.
cute.
I'm
How
so
long
excited
did
to meet him
you- how
again
long
for the
did you
first
have
time
him?
once he came back.
Long time. I don't remember. He just showed up one day. He just showed up one day.
Were you still little?
Yeah,
Aw.
yeah. They all showed up every once in a while, you know?
Hmm.
So, like, Sweet Pea just showed up one day, or did Nanamori make him?
No, they all just showed up one day.
How's the ground looking? Does it look
Squishy?
mad? Like it wants a
Iron tide.
tide? Yes.
Make a nature check.
How's the ground looking? Should we fight it?
All
Fight some blood.
Stop kicking
Let's
the
go.
ground.
Bite the ground.
Okay,
How's
so
this do? Go.
my skill checks are at disadvantage, right?
I'm not rolling for real just because.
Correct.
For first level of exhaustion,
I think that's what it is.
I'll find this here.
Disadvantage on ability checks.
Yes.
Yep.
So straight roll. Natural 20.
Woo!
On a disadvantage?
Well, because
Oh,
he
it's
gave me advantage.
Oh, I
so
see, I see. So it's thinking, yeah, you're right. The ground definitely seems soft and shifting. Like every now and then when you step across, and you had this when you were deeper in the fens, but every now and then you feel the ground kind of rise in some places and fall in others. And as you kind of stop and listen, you can hear this like every now and then you see some bubbles kind of out of one of the kind of wetter sections of the swamp.
Seems normal.
This is the indigestion grove.
Thank God I brought my sword of Pepto.
Oh, that's the commercial.
Nanamori said, pay attention and talk to the environment.
It's all right. Looks pretty grounded at the moment.
Yeah, everything.
Thanks for being so groundy for us.
And letting us pass through. This is so nice.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now that it's been the second day, can I try Hunter's Bane if it picks up
Expecting something just clear and
larger
fight them.
specific signatures versus just like blanket?
Though with only an hour
Okay.
left,
Yeah, Hunter's been generally just like
It
make
would
good
have to
advantage on
be weak,
the
too.
perception checks to kind of gather what's in the vicinity.
Oh,
so
19.
perhaps they went
19.
like what,
Um,
like cliffhanger.
in the immediate vicinity, no, but you do. We'll say that as like a going check of you, like kind of keeping nose out for anything specifically Fey oriented.
Like larger signatures against the backdrop of just Fey everywhere.
As you continue for the next couple hours, the heavy canopy of the remainder of the fens begins to fall away. And then you do begin to see more of the sky peak. And you find yourself descending. This swamp is on a decline down into a valley. And from the crest to the decline, the water doesn't seem to be running either. It's kind of staying at the angle of, not terribly steep, but a notably steep incline. And right as you break past that canopy, you can begin to see that red orb.
Closer?
It's hard to say. This is your first time really seeing it in person, other than the top of the tower. It feels like it's a little closer, and as you begin to move kind of side to side, you get the sense that it is smaller. It is lower on the horizon. It's sitting above at the far end of the valley. Yes. You have a super high perception. You can see that throughout the forest that leads beyond this swamp, the thick, massive bramble twists that weave through and rise and fall. Just this textured, dangerous landscape of darkened forest and taken wilds. You can see little dots of light through it. The sky itself here more clouded and shadowed, while the pinks and purples of the other sky kind of falls to almost like a continuous twilight here. And there is that red orb, like the faintest little bit of like a thread of light that drifts from beneath it.
Ooh.
Kind of acts as a compass point to the direction you are intentioned to travel.
We gotta get there.
Yeah,
Let's move.
let's move.
Are you all moving slowly and stealthily, or are you moving with pace?
Pace.
Pace.
I think so.
Speedily.
Well,
We're careful.
Until we find
Until we
something.
need to. Yeah.
No.
Do we have any
Keep my hand up.
thing to make us more
Keep them
stealthy?
I can do that.
We have
We
3
have
of those
veils.
veils.
But they
But
Those
that's-
are for
not
when
to
we
move.
hold still.
Yes, yeah.
I can run one pass without a trace if we need to.
So we can move faster maybe while we're still being
That's only
stealthy?
like 10 minutes, right?
No, it's like an
Well,
hour.
it's an hour.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to move fast and stealthy, I can
Let's do it.
make us super
Yeah.
super quiet.
It's a good
All right, I'm doing merge with stone. I'm just giving everyone making the train a little more agreeable to us.
Making the train.
So, just so you're aware, pass without a trace gives you benefits to stealth, but you still have to travel.
I'll have to travel slower.
Slower.
Never mind.
No, it's
I knew
There's a ranger ability that does let you travel faster while
that's
still
what I was
stealthy.
thinking.
Oh well.
Okay.
It's fine.
Well, then maybe hold on to it.
Yeah,
when
no,
we
no,
need
no,
it.
no. Save it when we need it.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
Sucks your ass, Mara.
We move forward.
I don't know if that's helpful.
With pace.
With pace.
Lead pace.
Yeah.
So you keep up
Pace.
a fair pace, kind of
pace.
trained on this light in the distance. The splashing and sloshing of your footfalls is far from quiet in this landscape. You do come as the hill begins to rise down. Do come to the base of the.
You arrive at.
I know. He said, come on the base.
Okay.
Hard to do.
Uh-oh.
This is what we deserve it.
Oh, no.
Okay, roll for initiative.
You hear the clopping of hooves, numerous hooves splashing in the surrounding swampscape, getting louder and louder, like galloping horses.
Should we put our veils on?
Yes.
There's only 3, right?
We have to like huddle up, I
They
guess.
cover 3 medium-sized creatures each.
Oh.
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 Didn't read the
Then yeah, let's drop them.
Sorry, 400 years old. You pick up some shit.
Can
All
we
right,
put the
let's
veils
huddle
over
and
us?
veil.
You can, once activated, they only last a short time. You can only activate them once per
I don't
day.
think that's correct.
Oh, then
Sorry.
You can only activate them once a day.
Once a day? Oh, never mind. Never mind.
I don't know.
Once
this
a
seems
day.
like a good time to
Am I the
use
only
them.
one that
Let's
paid
see
attention to
when
the
we're
items?
actually breaking into this place.
Yeah, we don't know who
But
these
you have to
people are.
hold still. So there's things writing out our position right now.
Yes.
All right.
So
do it.
it's a sensible time
no.
to use them.
Someone's got to decide.
I don't want to use them.
We don't even know what the clip clop is.
Yeah, it
Find
might
out
be
first.
good for
Okay,
people.
We're talking about this. I'm Liam. I want to get in a fight.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Okay.
I could hit something. It'd be nice.
And you see shapes kind of surrounding in the nearby tree line, running past. Indeed, they look like horses. Just charging. Two,
Maybe hide.
3.
Yeah, we'll like duck behind trees
down.
at least.
Make stealth checks.
Wait, don't I get advantage on something?
Oh, shit.
But yeah, it's
do.
to conceal myself.
All right.
Okay.
Ashton.
13.
13.
15.
15.
11.
11.
9.
9.
1.
Oh, God.
15.
Aye.
21.
Very
job, chat.
average.
You all charge out and scatter to the sides best you can. You got a 1?
Natural.
Natural 1. As you all kind of scatter out to find the best areas to hide in the space, you rush off and find this one like cluster of plant matter and brush, and you kind of hide up amongst it
I am grass.
as these large bulbs kind of open, unseen by
no.
you, and you get to release this kind of mist-like steam that begins to rain down from above onto you.
Oh no.
Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Constitution save for there.
Robot stuff.
Natural 20.
You take only 4 points of fire damage. As this 4 points of fire damage. This extremely hot, scalding steam touches the surface of your metallic body and immediately like begins to burn into it. You yelp out, and the things, the galloping creatures, circle back. Three of them begin to approach. And as they break out of the shadow of the nearby branches, you can see the horse creatures. They're just these massive stallion-like beings, but at the front you see the upper torso of a humanoid creature.
Oh, wow.
Their skin a pale gray coloration with looks like tattooed marks up along their body and their shoulders in unique swirls and designs. You see strips of hide armor on their bodies, and their hair is just this wild mass of tangled kind of natural waves, all shades of black and dark brown. Their eyes are pupilless, just all black sclera eyes. And they all have these long bows in hand, as well as other weapons attached around their waists, as they all kind of like ride out from different sides. And one of them kind of... Simador, sitapodacht.
Oh, it's is he
Shimande
speaking?
van Dinst. Kurenamui. Does anybody here speak Elven?
Elven.
I have tongues.
We
It's just
know.
one long time to get it.
Or tongue.
But does anyone speak Elven?
I don't know.
Would I be able to?
I love it. It's great.
Can I activate tongues on myself?
If you'd like to cast a spell.
I would like to.
What I do?
Does it have verbal and somatic components?
It's verbal and M. What's that?
Yeah, material. So you have to speak and cast the spell. And they're looking at you, by the way. Like, you're the one who made the noise, and they're all looking at you with, like, their bows kind of half cocked at the ready. And the one that's kind of stepped forward is saying this towards you. Benat? Benat?
I'll tongue myself.
Okay. And you shout, you begin to, like, cast the spell.
Yes.
Speak the phrase. Immediately launches a shot with the longbow at you for, that's going to be a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Sinks into the ground to your right-hand side. Locks the arrow. Benat. But you've just finished casting the spell.
I'll hold up my hands.
Benat slowly shifts into do not move.
I won't. I don't. I'm okay. Nope. Don't shoot.
Are you speaking Elven?
I don't think I can talk back. Let's see here. I can understand any spoken language it hears. When I speak, any creature that knows any language can understand me too. I can talk back. Yeah, I'm C3PO right now.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, actually, that's a good one. Yes, he
I'm
is.
sorry. We mean no harm.
We.
Oh.
How many's in your group? Search the perimeter.
Fucking.
Damn it! Amateur
I meant the royal we. The royal we. It's just me. I'm just.
They found a few of the others. You guys did not roll good stealth checks. And at this point, like they start like the three of them all like big old long bows, arrows knocked in them. How many of you stand forward?
Yeah, I will, with hands
Sure.
up.
The steam protrudes once more from the creature behind you and sets onto you. Make another Constitution save.
Oh my God. It's not a good day.
Nobody touch letters.
16.
16. Only 1 point of fire damage on you.
Okay.
Can I know you don't want me to move, but can I move? This thing hurts.
Tie it up.
Oh.
And one of the others, as you're all kind of standing up, one of them kind of rides over, reaches into a little pouch on its side and pulls out this piece of like this long gray cording, this very like tightly braided cord. Tie them all up.
Wait,
Wait,
whoa,
okay,
what for?
We can't understand what
You
starts
can't
happening.
understand.
Never
He doesn't know what
mind.
I'm saying. What are we doing?
God damn it.
They're gonna tie you up.
You do
They're
see him
tying
pull
you
out a rope and go towards him.
Whoa,
No.
What? We can't talk to him.
Please don't do this. We mean you no harm. Are we on your turf or something? Is this? Have we crossed into an area we shouldn't be?
Yes, you shouldn't be here at all. None of you should be,
Why?
because this is the land where the sun does not fall.
Okay.
These are our lands. And you're ours now.
Can you?
We're taking you.
Oh, well, can you just let us go back home or pass through or go elsewhere? We didn't know.
That's not how it works here.
Oh no.
Maybe throw out Morgan's name.
Do you know Morrigan?
What of Morrigan?
She's our friend. She is.
All three of them, you all start to hear them laughing.
And she'll be very upset if you catch us. She doesn't like she doesn't like folks messing with us.
Tell him she's our Nana.
What?
Tell him she's our Nana.
She's our Nana.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh. Come on.
Intimidation? 13.
13. All of them kind of look at each other.
All right, well, it's on.
Are we fighting the Pocs or are we going peacefully?
We're not gonna go.
There's too many of them for the three of us to carry. Waken the tree. And one of them kind of like
We're
rides
waking
over,
up a tree. Someone
pulls into a pouch, and throws this like scattering of
Can I
light
use a mage
dust.
hand to try to catch whatever they're scattering and stop it from reaching? Like as they throw it, I want to kind of catch it in midair.
I will say, roll a d20 and add your dexterity saving throw. This is going to be essentially your initiative versus theirs in a non-initiative order to see if you can make the addition.
14.
14. Mage hand darts forward right as they kind of like open the pouch. And you notice they're not throwing the pouch, they're just scattering it open. And the mage hand kind of reaches out into a cloud of dust that continues to fall along one of the large, swamp trees as it kind of filters into it.
We don't know what the fuck's happening.
The tree then uproots itself.
Hey.
Do we run?
Yes, they don't like us. This is not going to go well. We got to get out of here.
Run!
Oh God. All right.
They're horses.
They are horses.
Wait, you're a horse girl.
What am I gonna do?
Ride
Ride
one?
one or, is there a way you could
wait.
ask them where we're
Yeah.
going? Where
Okay,
they taking
I'm
us?
gonna say I'm gonna fucking cast. What can I get?
Orm's gonna step in front of Laudna.
I'm gonna
right
cast.
now.
This is for 3 people. I'm gonna cast at 3rd level command.
Okay.
Oh, we are on now.
So you're casting at the 3
For 3
60-foot
people.
range. You could just reach all 3, especially with the one that stepped away. To the tree is still in the process of like pulling itself forth. As you do, you watch the wood split in places, in like 6 or 7 places. The wood splits with little yellow eyes that kind of peer through. What do you command them? As I go ahead and make their it's a wisdom save. Yes.
Yes. 1 word.
That's an 8. That's a 6. And a 7. Wow, they rolled like shit.
Great. Don't.
Just don't.
For one round, you want them to don't. Okay.
Don't.
Okay. They all, some of them arrows.
Whatever they were gonna do, they don't do it.
For the next round, they won't do it.
One was going to let us go.
F.C.G. Translate. And I'll hold out my hand and I'm going to cast Minor Illusion. And in my hand, you see a small little version of Morrigan's tree. It was really nice staying here. I'm sure her hospitality extends to this place.
Oh.
Just like say what I
It was
said.
nice staying here. I hope her hospitality pertains to this place, extends to this place.
But when she comes looking for us, either of her heads, she's gonna really love having some new statues for her garden.
Oh, that's good. The little one says that she'll love adding statues to her creepy garden.
Well, they're currently not
Oh yeah, they're not
doing
They're-
anything right now.
Yeah.
As they all just kind of stare, blinking, processing why they're listening.
Wait, they're just standing there. Let's get the fuck out
Yeah,
of here. Why are we
exactly.
talking to them?
Well, they.
This is 6 seconds.
Let's
Even
go.
if we run,
You
they're
do get-
still horses.
Through you translating an additional intimidation check, but it is a much higher DC based on the previous failure and the current circumstances that are not in your favor. But if somehow, I will tell you, if you roll a night, if you get above a 22,
Don't worry about it.
okay,
I didn't translate well enough. I'm sorry.
Run, run, run.
Run.
Run!
Run?
I guess. If we
I
got
don't
6
know.
seconds.
Towards our goal.
Well, you
Run
got
away
3
towards our
seconds because
goal?
he was intimidating
Yeah.
them through the process.
Well, we gotta do something.
Anything.
What are you doing?
I mean, I think we're standing here twisting in the wind while they
I
attack
know,
us. Like,
I
this is
mean,
what it
like-
feels like.
Should we attack them?
Run!
It's your call. Do you run?
Sure, let's run so we don't attack the centaurs for another half round.
Yeah.
They'll never catch us.
Or then get. I mean, they're frozen, so you can attack them. Do something.
Do we get around on them?
If right.
Go, guys.
How many total are there? I
If
can't
you
remember.
wanted to attack them right now, you would have a round on.
All right, I'm gonna use seedling
Alright.
and I'm going to grasping vine and try to yank a bow out of the one that shot.
Okay.
At
well,
letters.
let me. I guess I'll set out an arrangement
Yeah.
to show you where it is.
Oh, oh, oh! Is this? Are we getting a map? This
Oh,
map
so-
brought to you by WizKids Mini. The Vox Machina box set is available for pre-order. Find these and many more Critical Role miniatures at wizkids.io/crminis and your local game store. Usually he's back by now.
Yeah.
think,
I read that
there's
really
a mild
fast.
amount of bullshit coming together for this one.
Is he building one on the fly?
Rearranging it.
Oh, that's
Holy shit.
This is
impossible. Like
Matt going, why the fuck are they fighting these centaurs?
I know.
Well, we can't run. They're horses.
Well, maybe we go to their home turf and we tell them maybe they don't like the unseelie.
Yeah, maybe they'll help us.
Oh. Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
wow.
super
That's great.
unseelie or not.
Oh, he just put that together.
Wow, look at that plant.
What?
With the
Oh, that's got like fiber
Yes,
optics on
fiber
it.
optics.
Super red.
This is all
That's probably the
ridiculous.
steam plant.
Are they unseelie? We don't know.
They might exist in the space in between, right?
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
you
that's
should
where we
ask
are.
them if they're unseelie.
Wait, no, not.
This
Okay.
tree
They said they were.
is now
Yeah,
Said
but
they were unseelie?
He said something
becoming
along those
this
lines,
tree.
Did he?
Uh-oh.
I
No,
didn't
we
hear
didn't.
that.
Yeah.
we
Well,
didn't. He
DM
said he
clarified.
believed
Did
in
he
it.
say that we were in their lands that they mentioned the unseelie?
No, they
No,
just said
okay.
the lands where the sun doesn't fall.
maybe they're the
isn't
Lion
that-
Guard.
That's what it was. Wasn't that the name of the
Except they're not
unseelie area?
lions, so probably not.
No, it
Sun
was
shadow?
No. They.
yeah, the
Sun shadow.
the sun shadow,
And the sun
the
doesn't
sun
fall.
shadow realm where the unseelie rule is all we heard.
Oh.
They didn't say where the sun, but we can.
Educated guess.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, then they could be bringing us straight to the
Yeah.
where we want to go.
And Maury, like, described, I can't remember all of them. Politicians' knights? I think. What were the.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Oh boy.
Can you ask
right.
them if they're unseelie?
Sure. But they're right now they're don'ting.
Yeah.
So there, you have one round while they are don'ting.
We gotta.
Well, Orm's in front
So-
of Law next. I said he was. And then who fired the arrow at letters? The closest one?
This one here. Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing I said was I was trying to use seedling to grab at his bow and yank it out of his hand. It's a
Okay.
dex.
There more than three?
That would
No,
be
just three.
That we can see.
Dex.
That's why they woke up a tree because there's
18.
only 3 of them.
Oh, that beats it. Okay.
Oh, and that giant
Alright.
tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
The natural 16 on that one.
Yeah, that beats it. Okay.
And what is that big thing back there?
This is the plant that had been poofing out onto
The poof plant.
the steam that created in a radius around it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Staying put?
Yeah, yes, I'm staying in front of the exhausted dead lady.
Okay, that finishes your go.
Yep.
Since before you're actually rolling formal initiative here, you guys are just getting around in whatever order you want to because you guys are figuring out what else you want to do. So,
Are we doing
Who's
this?
doing
Are we doing this?
I know. I think we're just
Talk
so
to 'em
confused.
first, ask them
Yeah,
if they're
I feel like-
unseelie.
Yeah.
Or if they can help us.
All right.
No.
Just ask them if they're unseelie.
All right. Are you unseelie? They can't talk back. They're don'ting.
They can still
We
do
can even let
something.
them capture us and walk for a little bit and
Yeah,
talk to them, and then
walk
we
and
kill them.
talk.
Are you unseelie? If so, name twice.
they kind of stand there for a second. They're the one that kind of like dodged out of the way from you is looking a bit confused and looks back at you. You'll fetch them a pretty coin.
You'll fetch them a pretty coin.
Fetch a pretty coin for them?
That's what you gather is probably what they meant.
Got it.
I explained. I think they're at least working with the unseelie.
Yeah.
Bounty hunter.
Okay.
Want to surrender and go with?
No, I don't know.
We're surrendering?
Wonderful.
No.
Heading straight into the unseelie court.
Well, then we'll know exactly which way we're going.
We don't know that the Unseelie Court is located where we're going.
Nope.
This is so dumb.
Let's just kill him.
Well, no, we do know that the Sealy Court is located where we're going.
Yeah, we are heading towards the Unseelie Court. Yes.
At least their domain.
Their domain.
Their domain. It could be the state of Delaware.
Yeah.
That is true.
Maybe these guys are nice.
They don't seem nice.
I don't want to fight them, but
Because they're horses? Is that why?
maybe.
Analysis paralysis. Somebody do something.
Ah!
I'm a born killing
I
machine.
mean, at this point, throw initiative on us and let us figure
I'm
it out.
just
we
gonna
gotta run,
attack
we
the
gotta
one
run.
that shot at me.
Do it.
Go for it.
Yeah.
What are you attacking them with?
I'm spiritual weapon.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Fuck it, here we go. This is happening.
I'm gonna bane them. If we still have that one round.
Everybody
Yep.
does.
Yeah.
I'm giving everyone that one
I
round.
cannot believe this is happening.
Can I do something else, or I used my one round to do the command, and so I'm out on this?
They all get wisdom saving throws for Bane. Charisma. That's a failure. Lower. And that was going to be a 16.
Just makes it.
Okay, so this one does not get Bane there. But it does fall over, apparently. Okay.
I'm gonna.
No, you do. The command is for the next turn. So we'll say you go at the very end of this.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to cast Entangle around their feet.
Entangle on their
Around
feet.
one of the- yeah.
20-foot radius? What's the radius of that?
It is 90 feet.
Natural 1 and a 10. So only the one in the front succeeds.
Okay.
The other two are currently restrained or grappled. What did it say?
Was it a save against that?
Correct.
There would have been a D4 against it if he was Bane.
Correct, but it was a natural 20.
Okay, never mind. Yeah.
I'm spiritual weaponing him.
Correct. So go ahead and roll for damage or to hit on him.
18 to hit.
18 definitely hits.
Restrained.
Restrained. You got it.
Nice. Nice.
Both of them in the middle of the swamp. A bunch of, like a burst of intense vines and roots just come out of the ground in that vicinity and start wrapping up around them. One of them kind of pulls away while two of them are now pulled into it and are being held in place and they're restrained. That
we
one is still
can roll.
free. What'd you roll? Yeah, what'd you roll for damage?
Damage. Oh, terrible.
They're all
4
three
points
restrained?
of damage.
Yeah.
4 points of damage.
No,
Two
2
of them
are
are
restrained. Well, we could run.
Yeah.
Is the one who's. Which one's not restrained?
The one closest to
front.
us.
And he is baned.
And he's
Right.
Bane, and he just got hit with 4 huge points of damage.
Okay.
My spiritual weapon, by the way, appears like a giant stirrup.
Oh my god. That's ridiculous. Not a spur. A
Just
stirrup.
stirrup?
Oh, I meant to spur, but let's go with stirrup.
Let's go with stirrup. Whack. Put your feet in this.
That's fucking hilarious.
All right.
Then it
The-
changes to a saddlebag, and then reins. Just random horse tackle.
He's hitting me with a feedback.
20 foot square, you said, right?
It is. Let me double check.
Blinders.
Yes, 20-foot square.
Okay. 20 foot, 20 foot. Wouldn't have been able to reach all three of them then.
90 feet, 20-foot square.
90 foot range.
90-foot range, yeah, 20-foot square.
Correct. So this one. It's actually on the square there. 5, 10, 15, 20. So these two you could have gotten. This one is not restrained at the moment.
Okay.
So only one of them is restrained.
Okay.
But this area here remains.
Oh,
So don't run in there.
That's bad for us too.
True. You guys were traveling this direction.
Oops.
So
Oh, we're going that way.
You are.
Great.
Okay.
I'm gonna run this direction on the map.
30 feet?
35 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, keep
This,
coming.
the
towards
swamp
me.
is difficult terrain. By the way.
So we can get
10, 15,
right
20,
up to.
25, 30 gets you about there.
Against
Cool.
centaurs.
So we can get right up against
And I'm gonna
that
take
centaur that's
out.
not in.
I'm gonna take out my scythe. I'm gonna take out turmoil and utter the word "done," and it unleashes.
You got it.
And I'm gonna swing it in the air and cast shatter right in between the centaur and the walking tree fuck.
What's the radius on that one?
60 feet, 10-foot sphere.
10-foot sphere. You got it.
So was that first one just like 5 feet out of the radius? He's not quite.
So right there.
The
And
one
anyone in that
closest to us
sphere,
would
Could get all three of
not
those.
that would be lovely.
Two on the
Yeah.
That
other
would be
side.
great.
But if he
And
got pushed,
I don't think they. A Constitution
the
saving
entangled.
throw.
All right, the tree
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
fails with a. That's a 12, right? I guess you.
It's a 14 save.
Yeah. So tree fails. 11 fails. All three fail.
11. Amazing.
Wow.
16. 21 points of thunder damage to all three of them.
Kicked it off.
So as he pulls out the blade, you swipe it through the air, and in the middle of that space, this like weird swirl of electrical and storm energy just detonates outward like a localized explosion. All three of those, the tree and those two centaurs, they are all get rained upon by a bunch of just impacting shards of force in the vicinity, and they all kind of hold their ears in the process. See, those that have ears.
All right.
They all already look pretty hurt.
Okay.
All right.
That's my turn.
all right, I'm gonna fire up a rage and see what happens.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, I am a big rainbow of probability.
You got it.
It's going off like 4th of July in there.
Okay.
Fun. Amazing. I'm gonna walk up. I assume I can get right up to that guy in the front without that. He's still 5 feet outside of the spell.
20, 25, 30, 35,
I also can.
40
I
get
have
you there.
Earthwalk, so technically I might be able to. If this is
Earthwalk means you ignore difficult terrain.
I'll say exactly what it's a little weird. Hold on.
It's been a bit since
says
we've had to engage that one.
earth or stone. I don't know if this would count as
No,
earth or
this
stone.
is swamp. So
Okay.
but you can still get to the guy up front.
Yeah. He's like 5 feet out from the. He's like right outside the entangle spell.
Correct. The entangle spell is right on that guy.
Okay, so let's see what happens. I'm gonna
You're
take.
just outside of the writhing vines. You're like shit.
All right, I'm gonna just walk up, just take one nice swing,
Go for it.
and see what happens. That's
Weirdly, that
natural
command,
20. This is gonna go really poorly.
that command opened you up for a round.
Let's do it.
This is gonna
Non-surprise
be
surprise round. essentially.
real bad. Oh boy, what am I gonna do here? This poor guy's not gonna do okay. I'm gonna pump some terrible stuff into this. So I'm going to put a
Give him
chaos
one
burst in here as well, since we're going this way. It's gonna hurt so bad. So this is also gonna have psychic damage.
Great.
Yeah, that's sorry, that got in the way. It's currently 2d4, so pull that aside.
Lots of numbers.
Yeah, I'm doing a lot. So this is also this 2d6 plus 2d4. Okay. That's it's been a while. That's 8 points of bludgeoning damage, doubled to 16, plus 8 for the base, so it's 24. Plus, this is so mean. 12 points of psychic damage. And just to make the point, I also, as I'm taking the hammer, I'm gonna hit it right in the torso, and I'm gonna throw this motherfucker 5 feet back into the bramble.
You actually throw them about 15 feet as you wham and hit them, and they are lights out.
Oh.
Arcing in the air as their heavy half-horse form immediately just takes the brunt of it.
Just going for a knockout, by the way, so yeah.
I figured,
Yeah.
like, unless you're using lethal weapons and saying otherwise, you know. I mean, hammer could be lethal, but you're saying knocking back, so.
I didn't even use my crazy guy shit.
Correct. The vines then wrap around the unconscious centaur on the ground. The other two are like, and now that they're getting their bows at the ready, now that the spell's starting to wear off. You still have another attack?
There's nowhere I can get anyway.
Yeah. Anybody who
We
hasn't
can
gone?
chill this.
You did the vine.
There's no
did
chill.
your spell.
Yeah,
We'll chill their dead body.
They can run away.
I baned them.
You baned them.
Entangle.
Entangled and
I
Also
will,
a monster tree.
if I go at the end, I'm gonna twin spell the 2 centaurs that are still standing.
Yeah.
And they're gonna hear just in their heads, and just I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers.
Got it. What's the save on that?
That is a 17 Wisdom.
Wisdom. That is a natural 1. And 2 natural 1s in a row. Like Gilmore dice.
So
He's looking out for you.
yeah,
Hadn't
thanks,
gone out, he
Gilmore.
would've been even more fast. Everyone would have
So
had
that
advantage
is
hitting
10
the
points of psychic damage to each of them, and they have to use their full speed to run away from me.
Okay.
That's cool.
But they're restrained.
One of them is not.
Correct.
Must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you.
Okay. Alrighty. So, finishing that, now we come to the top of the round. Now everybody roll initiative.
No!
Hey.
Oh, there we go. See, now they're finally rolling decent. Tree, not so much. Okay. So, 25 to 20.
22.
Shit. 20 to 15.
19.
Nice.
17.
Who got 19?
Me and
Letters.
Orem.
Worms dex.
15 to 10.
12.
12.
Okay, so
10 to 5.
6.
Alrighty. And
4.
all right. Chetney, you're up first.
I race up towards the tree.
Alrighty.
Get within 5 feet, and I'm going to use my bonus action to reach around my back and and you see flames dance up the blade of the scythe.
Hell yeah.
And I whip it around, and I'm going to take my first strike against the legs of this thing with some fire crimson right.
You got it.
Here we go. Oh, I should roll that d6. 2. Okay, I'll take that damage. It's 16 plus 8 to 24 to hit.
24 definitely hits.
Okay, and the second one, it's only 18 to hit.
18 also hits.
18 also hits. Great. Okay, 2d6 plus 4. That's 10, 14 plus 2 is 16 points of damage plus it does I think a 1d8 for thunder. Yeah. So 16 plus 5 is 21 points.
Okay.
Total, and the second one is 8 plus 4, 12, 14, 14 and 6, 20 points of damage.
You got it.
41 points. God, that thing's
Carving
fucking
through it
awesome.
with this scythe. Between the shatter spell and those 2 strikes, you can already see the tree as it's like preparing itself. It's about to slam its arms in the ground, and then one of its legs like splinters out, and what you imagine like a tree's knee would be is now kind of wrecked, and it's barely holding itself on the second leg.
And he looks like some pretty healthy green wood. But, like, is he on fire at all?
No, the moisture here or something about this tree or the enchantment, the flames are not having the effect that you imagine and have seen other trees have.
Good for you, lad. Good for you. That's my turn.
All right, finishing his go. It's not the centaur's go. One of them is restrained. They're okay. They're both going to take 2 strikes with their longbow, or this guy's actually going to charge attack. You does have it is difficult terrain through the entangled area, but he does
They
have.
to run away from Imogen.
Oh right, no, you're totally right.
Nice.
So he just
I was just about to make him so sad, but that's
runs off the board this way. This guy's restrained and can't. But he will try and break free of it at the end of his turn.
Oh, God.
And that's a That's a 17. Does that beat your DC? 17?
It does.
Okay, so he is no longer restrained into this turn.
You like my cookies?
But they can still take actions. They just have to move away from you.
Yes, they just have to move away from me.
Okay.
They have to use their reaction to move away from me.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So they still get their attacks. They're both taking longbow shots. It's going to be 2 on you, Ashton.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a 12 to hit.
No.
Oh, it was almost a 20 and an 8 to hit.
The one that did, let's pick one. The one that's furthest away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my reaction to trigger Dreadful Misfortune.
Okay.
So, you have to make the attack roll against their own AC.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cocked. Yep.
Hey!
So
nice.
What does that mean?
first shot fires and it misses you. The second shot they fire, you kind of focus and concentrate, and as they go to release it, the string snaps the wrong direction, and the arrow sticks into their hand, and
Oh,
fuck! So they have to take their
Half
own
damage.
damage.
Yeah, they take half
damage
damage.
of their
Oh
strike.
my god.
that's cool.
They take 4 points of piercing damage.
No.
The other one is going to take 2 shots at you, because it's longbow shot, and you're the one who ended up causing them to halt.
I don't want to do that.
Natural 1, Jesus Christ. And natural 18. Okay, so you do take 1 shot from the longbow for 9 points of piercing damage. 1 arrow managed to strike you kind of in the hip area.
No!
Thanks for the biscuit.
And then now he breaks free of the entangle, but that's the end of his turn. And now that brings us to Orem and F.C.G.
Okay, if I can do it from where I'm standing, I'm going to use a bonus action. If I need to get closer, I will, to use Seedling to send a second Grasping Vine up at the head of the tree and then zip myself up onto the top of it.
You got it. That's a fail on his dexterity save, so yeah, you can totally do that.
So I'll just stand on that little plateau, and then I'm just going to start slashing away
At the tree?
at the tree, yeah.
Go for it.
First one will be a goading attack. That is probably going to hit.
Is
That's
the tree
a
gone yet?
23.
The tree isn't gone yet, no.
We're going to get that thing on the ground before it even has time to think.
So that's a 23 to hit. It's a goading attack. It has to beat a wisdom save of 16.
These guys are kind of...
Nope, it was like 19, 3.
3. Okay, so it's goaded. What's going on?
Right in the
So
process of
that
knocking on wood.
is from Seedling is 3 plus 6 is 9. 9, just 10 for that hit. And I will take a second attack. That is a 13.
13 does not hit.
Okay, I'll action surge. Next one is a 19 to hit.
Okay, that is.
Okay, that is 1 plus 6 is 7, and the last slash is a 19 again, and that is an 8 of slashing damage.
What was the first hit again? It was...
The very first one?
Yeah, the damage on it.
I don't recall.
Sorry, I'm
Yeah, no,
I could just roll it again.
Sure, let's roll it again.
Let's roll it again.
That's
So
on me.
it's 2 plus 6 is 8, plus the superiority die is 9. Oh, it was 10. It was 10, but
was
we can
10?
go with 9. That's
I'll
fine.
take 10.
Okay.
Let's do
That
that.
just jogged my memory.
Nobody get
and
there
it's-
eventually.
And it's disadvantage against anybody but
Else in
me.
the area. Okay.
Done.
FCG, you're up. Ashton on deck.
I'm up. With my
bye.
bonus action, I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon. Are we trying to get this this tree thing?
So, yeah.
Go to the tree if it can make it over there, 20 feet, I
You can
think.
move 20 feet easily over to the tree. Go
And
ahead
it's
roll an
gonna
attack
just spur the shit out of its shin.
Not some mortal enemy of trees, the spur.
for it. You mean the
Stirrups.
stirrups?
It's gonna stir up the shin.
Go for it. Roll an attack for
That
it.
sounds like it fucking hurt.
Yeah?
It actually
Maybe
does.
they're bedazzled.
24.
24 definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh my god, he went up.
9 points of damage.
Yeah.
Oof, that tree is looking bludgeoned to fuck in just this round.
And then I will also shoot a sacred flame at it. A little thing will open up in my chest and spout a gout of flame at it.
16?
That saves, so he gets half damage or no
on the
damage.
Sacred Flame. It's
Got
all or
it.
nothing.
1 point
So it does manage, like, it gets hit by the stirrup and is like, pulls its leg up right as the sacred flame, like, bursts beneath it ineffectually, and it steps back down. But its knees are already so messed up, like, splinters, and
I will roll forward up to where Ashton is, at least. Maybe even further if I can.
unfortunately, you only get 15 feet
Okay,
because of
great.
the difficult terrain.
And I'm about to move anyway, so.
All right. Finishing F.C.G's go. Ashton, you're up.
I'm gonna run on over to the kids. I'm gonna take a nice swipe at whatever leg is holding up that tree. So right there.
Okay.
And just a nice running gallop, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, as I know how things work, I'm going to go reckless. So let's go for a shot. I also get
reckless.
yeah.
Woo!
Oh, and I also get a D4 on this. That's right. Not that I'm ever gonna take a big swing. That's 20. So
Kids
that's
have
it hits.
enthusiasm about your
Okay.
Bloody hell, that hits. That's 6, 8, 14 points of damage right there.
Okay. Ashton, how do you want to do this?
So as I'm running up to this tree, I'm bringing the hammer back, and I'm gonna try and just get it and split the wood like a piece of timber all the way up the leg.
The tree's leg splinters and shatters from the impact, and where the leg met the center of its trunk, the trunk splits, and the middle of it just kind of like divides halfway up before it tumbles. Make an acrobatics check for me if you don't mind.
Yuppers, natural 20.
Natural 20 as it falls back.
Actually, are you, how close to
onto the ground, onto the spongy swamp top.
Sinking a foot into the ground.
Yep.
So.
All the witches.
I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder, point at the next guy, and I'm gonna take the rest of my run and see if I can get right up to that asshole.
Let's do it.
10, 15, 20,
What's a move we can
25, 30. Yeah, you can get up to that guy.
Meet me there, and I'm gonna
Second strike?
Second strike. I'm like literally just gonna bludgeon straight on into
You
the head. Let's I'm just gonna point him. That's 20 to hit.
That hits. Go roll damage.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's 17 points of damage, bludgeoning damage.
17 points of damage. You hit it right in the face. As you pull it back, its eyes are nearly crossed from the impact. Its nose kind of flattened and immediately bleeding as it falls unconscious onto the ground.
And I'm just gonna turn and look at the next guy. That's my show. That's my whole thing.
That finishes his turn. All right, that brings us to Fern.
All right. Witches.
Witches.
So two of them are unconscious on the ground, beat to shit. The tree is on the ground, no longer moving, and there's the one guy who is running away.
Oh, well.
Do it.
Let's just do it.
No witnesses.
No witnesses, but they're so cool.
Oh God, just do it.
I am going to hold.
Feigned mercy.
We're gonna
They're
do.
like horses.
You're trying to fuck with us.
Should we do
They
it?
got arms. They're
Should
not
we do
horses.
a tree or should we do it?
Once
They
you have,
would probably be offended.
He's
by
fine.
I can
calling
split
them
my.
once you have
Eldritch
thumbs, it's fair
Blasts.
game.
I
can
can
do
switch
1H.
split my scorching.
You can be fucked.
Spoons, cat.
We wanna do-
They're gonna do a
We
combo
want to
move,
do a
Matt.
combo move.
Okay, yeah.
The three of us linked up back to back.
You do have straight initiative, so there's nobody has to do anything in between.
Right,
So whatever
yes.
the three of you want to do.
Like,
For this one
yeah,
dude that's running
this
away.
one dude, yes.
HP, red shirt. Yep.
Okay. Scorching ray.
Okay.
Eldritch Blast.
Witch bolt.
Okay, so the three of you are full on like Ghostbusters crossing the street.
Yes.
Okay.
Are we splitting them? All three of us splitting them?
Wait, is there an
What are
anime
we splitting?
that
There's
goes
only
along
one
with
This is
guy.
gonna be like one of those like.
Just the one guy left.
The one guy left?
60 feet away,
Yeah.
and then just his head
Well,
goes.
then I know. I guess we'll just combine.
He's
Cross
60
the
feet away.
streams.
Then I'll have to use a sorcery point to double my distance to get him, but I'm fucking doing it.
Do it.
Worth
Okay.
it.
Eldritch.
My Eldritch Blast is 240 feet.
I burned 2 fucking chaos points for this fight. YOLO.
Yeah, Scorching Ray is 120 feet. Yeah. So with the sorcery point spent, the three of you go ahead and everyone roll your attacks with advantage because you're doing this together.
With advantage. Sick. And I can do technically.
Nice.
First one.
No additional damage on this one, but you all
my
have
God,
advantage on
it's
this
a
because
natural
you're all
and an
focusing in
18.
one shot.
26.
17.
18.
Okay.
So that's 25. And then I got a natural 19 and a natural 18.
Okay.
On
This
my
is good.
2 Eldritch Blasts.
If any of them had missed, they would have all missed.
Oh.
But you all had advantage to hit, and so now they all hit.
Yes.
That's cool.
And so now we can do additional damage on top of that. So, go ahead.
This
and
would be such overkill. This is
So
such
go ahead and roll
overkill.
damage.
This poor man is done.
When you're
I
done,
don't
someone's
wanna
just
get-
gonna
what do I
think
get?
someone decapitated a horse and cut off the feet of a man.
Whoa!
8 fire
Points for the
damage.
first
For the first
scorching
one.
ray.
Okay, roll for the other ones too. Unless you're shooting
But
other
I
things.
don't want to kill him.
You don't have to. You can pull back if you want to.
Yeah, pull back
Yeah.
with that electricity and eldritch.
But are the other ones dead?
No.
No, they're just unconscious.
Advantage again?
What? What?
No,
What are
you're,
you
no,
doing?
you're not
just
rolling to
doing
hit
damage.
again or just damage?
Well, because I have 3
Scorching
scorching
rays, 3
rays.
scorching rays. She has to roll for.
Oh, I see.
But I can hold those?
If you want to just not shoot them, you can. Up to you.
Let's see what the damage would be.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good. Okay. So that's 27 to hit,
Yeah. Lord.
and that's another 8.
So it's 16.
Yeah.
Third
Shit,
one?
I have another one. Keep running!
Just
Okay. Advantage.
Don't miss.
Okay.
Don't miss.
21.
Okay, 21 points of fire damage from Fern.
No, 21 to hit.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
So that's 16 plus whatever you roll here.
Oh, wow. Okay, 11.
You rolled an 11 on that one.
Yeah. So
Five?
16 plus
Yeah,
27?
26 points of fire damage.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So, okay, so that's you.
20 points of Eldritch Blast damage.
Okay, so 46 points of damage.
9. Why do I suck so bad? 9.
No, it was-
Oh, because Witch Bolt, like, hits over
Yeah,
and over.
yeah.
Okay.
All right, so 55 points of damage plus an additional D12 if someone wants to roll that on top of the whole thing.
Go, Imogen.
Oh, is that a
10. That's 10 additional.
Okay.
wow.
How do you want to do this? Describe the merging of these spells between the three of you and how it impacts your target.
Each of you one word at a time.
Oh my god, yes, improv game.
Hey, bitches. Should we take this one out?
Keep forgetting we're bad people.
Wait. Can each of us, as it like blasts from our hands, it like shoots out and like intertwines, so it like
Yes, so it braids.
yeah,
Yeah.
so it
Oh,
braids.
it's braiding.
It's braiding, it's
Like
braiding.
a ponytail.
Yes. What if like your fire ones are like circling around the lightning and the
One goes in the
In my
middle.
Eldritch
Yours
Blast
in
is
the
all
middle.
necrotic, so I imagine it's like taking your fire and like making it black and dark and purpley.
Smoking terrible things.
and my
Yes.
purple lightning like flaring at him. It's
So
scary.
you know the scene in Pee-wee's Big Adventure when he rides a motorcycle?
Yep.
You see this guy just and just squibs about 100 feet up that way. There's just a detonation of 3 different forms of energy that just remove the top half of this centaur.
That may have been overkill.
That might have been a bit much, but
Let's go.
let's run.
Wait,
Or wait.
real
yes,
quick,
yes, yes,
before we
yes.
go anywhere, I've always wanted to see if centaurs have pockets. 1 second, and I'm gonna run over and at least the one guy in the front. I'm gonna really quickly try and loot.
Yeah. Okay.
They have
You-
pouches.
They have a pouch.
They do. They have
Marsupial
they
pouches.
have
Everything in the Fey realm has a marsupial pouch. It's true.
They have a number of.
Fern has several.
Actually,
How are we?
So, are we clear? What's
What
going
do they
on out
have? What do
there?
they have? What do they have? He's telling you what you have.
Oh yeah, I'm just
Yes,
making
this-
sure we're not being followed.
Jeez.
Check shit.
This has been a scattered
We are
game.
chaos.
This has been chaos. They each have quivers
Yeah.
with arrows in there for their longbows, as well as longbows.
Alright.
Roughly anywhere between 25 to 20 arrows each. Some have been spent. They're also carrying snacks for the road, almost like a like
Oh,
like
no, they got
fungus and
snacks.
mushrooms. They're hunters.
Yeah, no,
little
like
sugar
nothing
cubes?
to like identify where they come from or anything like that, or
No, you can make a
Really?
Make an Arcana check.
Little
Sure.
hand sugar cubes.
I'll do an Arcana check.
Hey Matt, when I did my Jesus Christ, sorcery point,
Yeah.
my shard went off.
You sharded?
That's
You didn't- you sharded.
Oh, you used the shard for that? Okay, let's do it.
What's that mean?
That means it's time for some chaos.
63.
Wild magic?
Okay.
Wow, magic.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
God.
Yeehaw.
for one thing, you rolled natural 20 for a total
I did.
of
21.
21 on the Arcana. Best that you can tell with what base knowledge you're kind of just absorbing, being in the presence of the Fey realm here. The look of their skin, the look of their equipment, they're definitely hunters of this realm of the Sun's Shadow. You get the sense they're probably loosely affiliated with the court, while not directly. They probably are kind of one of those outer nomadic communities that off and on works for contracted work, or just gathers and finds things that they can then make profit off of or trade with the Unseelie directly if it's useful to them. Like strangers from another realm that don't look like they're from here.
All right.
As for your wild magic, it's 63.
Why do you always roll in the 50s and 60s? It's crazy.
She wants to.
You all go, after you watch the guy explode, you go, yes! And you turn to Imogen and you go, yeah! And just fog out of your mouth and fills the space 20 feet around you.
Whoa.
Can she talk?
Does it keep doing this as I open my mouth?
It does, but it's last for an hour as long as you concentrate on it.
Hey, we can sneak around.
You literally create a fog cloud, a spell centered on yourself, which means you can move with it.
Yes!
This is great.
They can't find us. Great. Fog cloud for an hour.
Is she able to
You would
speak
find
as
it, they
well,
just
or is it just fog?
pinpoint.
That's all she got.
No, try and speak.
Can you hear me?
It's, you can talk, but it's definitely a lot of fog billowing out of it. It just keeps billowing out, by the way.
Well, it's a good thing I can communicate with my brain.
Like if you close your mouth, one, the fog begins to dissipate, but also like it's just you, it's uncontrollable. It just keeps coming out.
Wow.
It's got a hint of turmeric to it as well.
Yes.
If they have nothing I want, then I'm just going to go through and I'm just going to break all their arrows really quickly. So just in case they wake up, they're not a problem.
Because we're saying they were all knocked out.
Yeah, the ones that
Well,
they're knocked out.
two of them are knocked out.
One's
Two of them
gone.
knocked out. The one that ran was
glue.
Yeah.
So if they don't have anything like, they can keep their snacks and an
Okay.
arrow each.
You got it.
Done.
You break all but one arrow each, and then gather your wits about yourselves, and then quickly follow your newly found blanket of diffusion around you, obfuscation, as you begin to continue to head now further out of the swamp. And now what you can see ahead, maybe about 500 or 600 feet before you, where the true exterior of the bramble forest that connotates the beginning of this valley and the sable grounds unfolds ahead. And that's what in tonight's episode there. We'll pick up upon the...
We did. We made it.
I finally got to use that little probability shift. That was fun.
You did.
That was
I've been
cool.
looking forward to that forever.
That one's a fun one. Yeah. So yeah, we'll pick up there next time as you guys are actually now entering the Sablecast grounds, which contains one of the keys and whatever's around it.
Okay.
We have no idea how it's guarded or what to expect.
Nope.
Sorry for the chaos, Matt.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry. We're all a little loopy.
We're a little loopy. Sit
It's been a long week.
down
We're all
while we
loopy.
sign off the show,
I've got-
Ashley Johnson.
Say again?
We're
Sit
still
down.
broadcasting.
Sorry. I'm here.
We're gonna have a
There is
talk.
it's a big chaos energy tonight.
Are you going to show that?
Oh, we're gonna show it. Oh, well, let her
And
show
show it,
it.
go
That's
get it.
what
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
doing.
Show and tell to end the night.
Wait, actually, should we put it there
Wait,
maybe?
My mom built this.
Oh, can they? Yeah.
As Fern's house. This was like the inspo for Nana's.
Oh.
Yeah, Ashley's
Isn't it
mom
so
made
great?
this.
It's
It's
so
so
It's a
cute.
birdhouse. And you,
I love
it's
it.
so
Covered
great.
in hands.
I'll bring
So
it.
beautiful.
I'll bring it if we
Creepy
do a.
hands.
Do a photo shoot with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take a
It's
photo.
super
Four-sided
cute.
dive.
Super,
Oh,
super
yeah,
cute.
yeah.
Depending on
I
what
love
that
that joke,
yeah.
yeah, by the way. That makes me really happy.
you know, because you put on the rails.
That's
Okay.
it. I almost need a print of that. That's
You can have that one.
thank you.
I
That's
love
all
it.
I want.
Okay.
sign it.
Well,
Wow.
with that wild ride final bit there. We'll pick up there into this next Magic Chaos next episode. Thank you for joining us and dealing with our chaos for the evening. Have a wonderful night. Thank you very much. And is it Thursday yet? Good night.
Good night, Matt, and good night to you. Interesting episode. Wow, those centers really didn't stand a chance. Thank you for joining me. This is Rena Riamenta, a YouTuber, and I wish thee good fortune. West of life.